Welcome to Savor the Story podcast, where books and snacks are life. I'm Nicole. That's Vanessa. Sup, guys?
Welcome.
Hello.
Yeah, we took a minute to get into there. We'll see if I leave any of that in.
You might have to, because I think I started as you were talking. So.
Yeah, exactly. It'll have to go into the music a little bit, where we were like, are we sure? We're ready, right?
Are we there? Yep.
Are we here? Can I start by telling you a funny story that happened to me today?
Okay.
This morning I get a call from Tim. So I go to work pretty much way earlier than he does.
Right.
So I'm like sitting at my desk and I get a call from him as he's driving into work, and he's like, oh, so he's currently in book 3 of Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, all right, I have a theory. I need to get my theory out into the out into the world so that I know that it exists out there and it's not just in my head, so that if I'm right, then everyone knows. Yes, exactly. And so I was like, okay. So he tells me his theory. Well, first he says, I want to tell you my theory, but I don't want you to tell me if I'm right. And I was like, oh, okay.
Okay. Only tell me if I'm wrong?
Well, he didn't want to know anything. So he tells me his whole theory, and I just stayed quiet because he told me not to say anything. And so I didn't. And then he goes, am I right? Don't say anything. And I was like, okay. And then he was like, no, tell me right now, but keep your mouth shut. And I was like, I don't know what to do right now.
I'm so confused.
Yes, I didn't know what to do with my life. And so he just kept saying, like, am I right? Don't tell me. And I was just like, I don't know what to do right now. And finally he was like, all right, I'm at work. Bye. And hung up. And I was like, great, I got out of it.
Yeah. That feels like a trap.
It does feel like a trap.
He's like,
yeah.
Did it happen? And if you were to be like, fine, yes, he'd be like, but I just told you, don't tell me.
Exactly.
So then it's because your fault.
Yeah, and he was sounding so insistent. He was like, I need to know if I'm right, but don't tell me. And I was like, what do I do?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You're not right.
I don't know what to do right now. So, but it is actually really fun this is one of the first times where we've had, like a book going on, especially at the same time. I mean, we're not in the same book at the same time, but in the series at the same time. I feel like we've had like little one-offs in the past of us having had read the same book before, but this is one of the first times, and it's really fun because like as he finishes like certain parts, like a big thing happens or he finishes the book or whatever, he'll like, okay, are you ready to talk about it? And I'm like, yes. And he's like, okay, I was so excited when this happened, and I was so excited when this happened, and it's really fun to have like a little thing that we can discuss. So I just thought it was hilarious. Like, he's so into it, and he was like, I have a theory. I need you to know it right now. Can I tell you a secret?
Is it about the book?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, kind of. His theory is not right.
Oh.
It's a good theory that he had. I will give him that. Like, he's really thinking it through and like really thinking it. But it goes in a completely different direction than what he thinks it is. So I'm not worried about it, because by the time this comes out, he'll already be done with that book, and that theory will have already proven incorrect.
And he'll get to relive it again.
Yes. But I'm sad for him that he was like so excited about this theory, and it's not right. Poor Tim.
Yeah, Tim.
Yeah. So yes. That's all. That's my little news.
Oh, so you have no books to talk about with Dungeon Carl?
No, because I can give you an update. I finally finished the last book of the series, but I'm not going to talk about it again. It got all talked about in episode whatever that was, 51. So all of that DCC stuff is out. It's all there. I won't bring it up again until a new book comes out, but I did finish the last book this week, and I'm still feeling the same about the series. So,
oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm still loving it. Still excited about it. Still now can't wait for the new the new book next year. And to get more news about like the show and stuff like that. Do you know what webtoons are?
No.
So I had never heard of webtoons before either, but it's essentially like it's cartoon style, so it's not like animated or anything. It's just like clips of animation or of drawings or whatever, like a cartoon or like a comic. And it's got like music on it behind it. So it's like a little video, but it's essentially just like a comic book that is going through with the little words on it and stuff. So they turned DCC into a webtoon. And the first 3 episodes came out this week. Okay. And so I watched a little bit. Last night I randomly saw it like pop up when I was like getting ready to go to bed. So I watched like 5 minutes of the first one. It's super cute. I think I'll probably watch them all. I do think after the first 3 they cost money, so I'll have to weigh whether or not I want to do that or not.
How cute they actually were.
Yeah, exactly. So the first 3 I think are free on the Webtoon app, and so I'm gonna watch those and see how I like them. But the first little bit that I watched of it was super cute. So yeah,
it's interesting.
Yeah. So I've been noticing it's kind of blowing up right now. I think I got it right at the edge of it becoming really, really big. And now I feel like I see it everywhere.
Yeah, I don't know if it's that or now the algorithms are different, but just you talking to it or talking to me about it, it's now in all of my stuff as well.
I know. I was thinking that too. I thought it was also just like my algorithm listening to me, but I've noticed people that I already followed are starting to starting to talk about it and stuff, and I was like, that's not the algorithm. Like that is people I've already been following are now like promoting it and stuff. So yeah, it's starting, and I'm starting to see it in like big places too. So it's exciting. I got into it right at the beginning.
You are the trendsetter.
Well, not the beginning. I think it's been out for quite a while.
Right.
I got into it right before it got big. There we go.
There you go.
That's So that's that. So what do you have for me? What news do you have?
I am actually kind of, I'm going to see if you, as I was writing it down, I was actually like, I don't know why I'm writing this down. Vanessa probably already has this written down.
Okay.
Did you see that Goodreads changed its logo?
I did. I've been seeing so much stuff about it because everyone's like, Goodreads, nobody asked for this.
I know.
Everybody asked for half ratings. What are you doing?
Yes. Yeah, I know by the time that this comes out, it'll be old news. But yeah, okay. I thought it was hilarious. Like, exactly like you said, like, oh, we're going to make it so that way all the books that you want to read will link to your Amazon so you can buy them easier and give me more money. I was just like...
Yep.
Exactly like you said.
They add, right, all the things that, like, I saw a little thing that they posted that was, like, all the things that they added, like, all the updates and stuff, and everyone is just like, thanks, where's my half star?
Yeah.
I saw they added a bunch of new, a bunch more audiobooks to their catalog or whatever for people who are tracking that. I feel like I don't really worry about differentiating between audiobook and regular book on there. So the fact if an audiobook wasn't there, I just picked the book. Like, that was never a big deal to me.
Yeah. The fact that there's, like, the same book but, like, multiple different ways actually annoys me. Because I'll go in there and I'll put it in, like, my want to read or something, and I'll search it later, and it'll show as not in there. And so then I add it, and I'm going through my list, and I have, like, let's call it 300 books on my TBR, and, like, 12 of them are double booked.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like, dang it.
It's because, it pulled. I don't understand why it does that. It's so weird, and I don't know. I don't really care that much. I think so. I don't know if you've ever used Storygraph.
I was actually about to bring that up.
Were you? Because on Storygraph, it makes sense because Storygraph actually spits out a lot of data points. And so it'll actually tell you like the percentage between like your book to audiobook ratio and stuff. But the fact that Goodreads doesn't do that, I don't care. Like, it doesn't matter to me if it's listed as audiobook or regular book.
Right. Yeah.
So. Yeah,
I was actually thinking about moving to Storygraph just because, like you said, you get all the data. and I'm not, like, before it didn't really matter to me. I was like, oh, how many books did I read? Okay, whatever. Yeah. But yeah, now that we're like keeping track of things like that for like our mid-year, end of year episodes and stuff, I was like, man, I'm already putting this into an app. I should put it into an app that tracks all this. And then I don't have to do it at the end of the year with my spreadsheet. Because I won't.
True.
I'm just going to make up things on our end of year. You're going to be like, how many books did you read? And I'm going to be like, 100. And you're going to be like, how many were physical? 50.
No, Nicole, you're not allowed to lie about that.
Like, your total number of pages read, 1 million.
I go through spurts. I do try to keep up Storygraph. I personally don't like it as much. I don't think it's as it's easy to use. It's not like a user-friendly thing, but I think that there's almost too much information in it. Like when you go to like put your reviews in and stuff, like it's too much. And so I like it almost keeps me from doing it. But I do like like there's challenges. You can build your own challenges on there, which I like. There's some things about Storygraph that I like better, but some things I just don't. And I think more people use Goodreads, which is why I like to lean towards that. But I also keep my spreadsheet up to date. So I'm not like super worried about those things because usually like at the end of every week, I go in and make sure my spreadsheet is good. So
yeah. Yes, I do not.
No.
I still have not gone in and done any more Goodreads. I've started doing my stars.
Your stars,
on Goodreads,
yes.
But I have not gone in and done any more, like, these are my book thoughts.
Yeah. I'm not as bad as you, but I'm also not, like, fully up to date. So I won't give you too much gruff about it.
And I can't even say that if I started using Storygraph that I would be better about putting my thoughts in, but I would have data at the end of the year.
Yes, you would have data. At least you would have data telling you the mediums that you've used, like how many. Yeah. And the genres, like it'll give you like a breakdown of the genre and stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to probably start going through and moving stuff over.
Now that we're at the, like, basically August.
Yes. Like 84 books in the year. I'm going to make the switch.
Oh, that's great. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, it's going to be like, what'd you think of this book in January? And I'll be like, I don't know.
I have no idea.
Goodreads says I liked it.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, no. Yeah, I've definitely used Storygraph more as, like, I don't think I've ever written an actual review in Storygraph. Anytime I write reviews, it all goes into Goodreads, but... Yeah. That's fun. With the new logo, or whatever, have you seen that it's supposed to be a magnifying glass looking at a book?
Yeah, I think that's dumb.
I see a magnifying glass, but I don't see... Where's the book? I think it specifically says at an open book.
It does say an open book.
Where's the open book?
I don't see the open book unless like the little magnifying glass arm is also the open part of the book. But I thought when I looked at it, I was like, oh, it's talking about that little bottom of the G curve is a book. And I'm like, wait, an open book? Whatever, this is dumb.
Yeah, I don't see an open book at all. They've lied to us.
I know. This is just Amazon looking for more money.
Yep.
So.
Oh, man.
I give up.
Yep. Do you have a good snack this week?
Before I talk about my snack, or maybe this will be my snack, I have no idea. I'm still deciding.
Okay.
In our episode post timeline,
Okay.
We are 2 days away from pumpkin spice season.
When does it come out?
I think August 26th.
Really? I always thought that started in September.
Oh, I bring pumpkin spice at like a week earlier every year. Soon it's just going to be pumpkin spice all year long.
All the time.
Yeah.
I'm fine with not that, but the fact that when pumpkin spice comes out, it means their other fall drinks come out, which are good.
Mm-hmm. Yes. But I have to tell everybody it's pumpkin spice season because I know Tim cares.
Yeah, Tim definitely cares.
I know my husband cares.
Yes, Mike cares too.
And I know there's probably a couple other people who care, right?
Sure, yes.
But yeah, I thought about making that my snack just because I was like, celebrate pumpkin spice seasoning. I'm not celebrating the seasoning.
No.
Or the season.
No.
I have to tell you what I made.
Okay. Did you make your own pumpkin spice?
No.
Okay.
It's something different. Do you know... I know you know. Do you know the restaurant Chewy's?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Yes. For those of you who do not know the Chewy's restaurant, it is a Tex-Mex chain restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this is specifically what they are known for, but it's arguably the best thing that they have on the menu there.
Okay.
Is their jalapeno ranch.
Okay. I don't think that's what they're known for.
It's not. It's what I know them for.
Okay.
I love their jalapeno ranch so much.
Yeah.
And I have been so sad that
you're not near one.
Here.
I had Chewy's this week.
Did you have jalapeno ranch?
Yeah, of course I did.
It's so good. Yes, I've been thinking about it all week, and I was like, no, fuck this. I want jalapeno ranch.
Yeah.
So I made it.
Okay.
That is my snack.
What if you use your homemade jalapeno ranch and I'll use Chewy's jalapeno ranch?
All right.
Because I didn't have a snack this week.
Well, you can use pumpkin spice if you want.
Absolutely not. I do not want pumpkin spice.
Okay, fine.
Okay, we'll both use jalapeno ranch. Mine is just Chewy's and yours is homemade. Did yours turn out good?
Yes, it was good.
Okay.
But I couldn't find like one of the ingredients, so I subbed. And then it doesn't taste exactly the same. Mm-hmm. But I also don't know if I'm misremembering it. You know how like you go on like a vacation and you eat something on a vacation and you're like, this is the best thing I've ever eaten, and then you get home and you eat it at home and you're like, it's not as good as vacation.
Yes. Yep, that's fair. That's kind of funny. I didn't realize there were that many ingredients in there.
Yeah. There's not a huge amount. There's like... Because I didn't take ranch and add like jalapeno to it, right?
Yeah.
Like I made the ranch from like actual like ranch ingredients.
Seasonings and stuff?
Well, it was seasoning, and then there's like sour cream and all that other stuff. So even the ranch is homemade.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry it wasn't as you remembered.
Well, I'm hoping that when I come down to visit and I go get some jalapeno ranch and I taste it and I'm like, oh, it does taste the same thing. It tastes the same. And then I'll come back here and I'll just continue to eat it.
Excellent. Yes, I do get that every time. And it's delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I don't have anything else before we get into our books.
Me neither.
Okay, tell me about your books.
First, how many books do you have?
Why? Don't tell me. Don't ask me.
Because I'm trying to decide how many books I want to talk about.
Oh, I have a duology.
Oh, well then maybe I'll only talk about one book this week. Do you have 2 books next week?
Yes.
Oh, well then I guess it doesn't matter.
No. And I think I have two the next week after that too. No, I have 3 the next week.
Oh my gosh, I could just do one book for the rest of the...
No, you talk about whatever you want to talk about. I support you.
How about I don't talk about any books? You just tell me about yours. Dang it. All right, fine. No. Okay, I have 2 books.
Yay!
So the first book, I'm excited to talk about. I don't know.
Okay.
I feel a feeling towards it.
Okay.
Most of it is nostalgia. I listened to Stone and Sky. It is number 10 in the Rivers of London series.
Yay! You have that back in your ears.
Yes. It just came out. Well, it came out in early July. I've been waiting diligently for it. I say that, but I also forgot what day specifically it came out. And I was like playing on my phone and a pop-up.
It was in our calendar.
I know.
Okay.
But a pop-up came up on my phone and it was like, you have a book delivered. And I was like, what? And I looked and I was like, oh my gosh. I stopped listening to the book that I was listening to and started listening to this one instead.
Of course. Were you so happy to have him back in your ears?
Yes. Remember all those times where I was like, I think I'm on a slump or something. This book I did not care. I listened to this book in like a day.
I think he is what you need to get out of your slump.
Except now I'm back to no more books and my slump continues.
What if your slump was caused by not having any more of his books?
I think it might be.
Okay.
At least
for a little bit.
A little part of it, maybe.
Okay. Yeah.
So
dang it.
Lisa.
All right. I'm ready.
All right. Stone and Sky.
Yes.
Ben Aaronovitch. This is an audio listen. Of course it is. Everybody loves Kuttner. Don't read it. Listen.
Absolutely.
If you're new here, do not read this book. Listen to it. You will thank me.
Yep.
It's a police procedural, mystery, paranormal, fantasy. Yeah. Like I said earlier, number 10 in the Rivers of London. So, I won't give any backstory to the first 9 books.
Okay.
Just know that when they left off in the 9th book, we had come to a pretty big plot point. And that's why I do not want to talk about the first 9 books in case people haven't gotten to that point yet. So, This book is not set in London. It is set in Scotland.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
And so, this book, a friend of Dr. Waleed's. So I don't talk about Dr. Waleed that much. He is the Follies medical examiner.
Okay.
And so a friend of his sends him some photos of a sheep that's been pretty messed up. It's been mauled. It has like a giant bite mark in it. And they do some like measuring and some forensics. And they decide that something is sus, right? So Dr. Waleed and Nightingale and Abigail all decide that they're going to go for a visit. And they're going to also do some investigating, right? But Peter can't trust them to not get into any trouble, so he goes as the adult supervision.
Okay.
Yep. But since Peter is going, Beverly decides that she is also going to go, and she's going to bring their twins, because remember, in book 9, they, Peter and Beverly had two children. They are twins, not 2 twins.
No.
And she decides she's going to make a holiday of it. So,
there's a lot of people going on this.
There's a lot of people going on this trip. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
But it's not just the mauled sheep that are sus. Soon there's phantom jaguars, man-eating seagulls, selkies, mermaids, and a whole mystery of how and why they are all there. That's all you get.
My.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in this book.
Man-eating seagulls?
Yes.
That sounds terrifying.
It was pretty funny.
Okay. I don't want any part of that.
No. They were just talking about this giant seal that was attacking people. And I was like... And it had teeth.
No, I'm out. I don't know.
Imagine like a 10-foot 10-foot seagull with giant razor teeth.
No, I'm definitely having nightmares tonight.
Exactly, as you should.
Okay.
All right, so my thoughts. I don't think anybody's surprised that I was so happy to hear Kobna's voice again.
Yes.
I was really anticipating reading or listening to hear what's going on with Peter and Nightingale and everybody else. So this book was surprising to me, for one, because it was actually set like 2 years after the last book.
Oh.
That's what I assume. Unless the twins are growing supernaturally fast.
Okay.
Peter mentions that the twins are like 2 in this book.
Wow. Okay.
And they had just had the twins in like one of the, like, book 8 or 9. I can't remember exactly now. But,
okay.
So pretty substantial time lapse.
Jump.
Yeah, in between these 2 books.
Okay.
So also this book felt, to me, felt different than the others. There's just something different. One of the things that was different is Ben made this a dual POV, which none of the other books have been. All of them have been from Peter's, like, POV.
Yeah.
So, in the back of my mind, I was like, why would he do this?
Yeah.
What's going on here? What's going on in Ben's mind? Because he's already said, I will make as many books until people stop reading them. Right?
Yeah.
So I have a suspicion that Ben, I'm not sure. So Ben, if you're listening and I'm right, tell me, but don't tell me.
Okay, Tim.
Yeah. So I wonder, and this is my working theory, is Ben adding a second POV because he plans to put Peter as more of like a backseat role?
That's kind of what I was thinking as soon as you said it, like as he's changing the direction of like the remaining books, or not even the remaining books, just like the next few or whatever. Yeah.
So I have mild concerns, just because some other thoughts of the some other thoughts to substantiate this thought, maybe, or my theory is, in this book, Peter's part of this book is very like police procedural based. He's the one like doing like door-to-door knocking and, you know, stuff like that. And he's not really using very minimal magic. For Peter have been like a magician for like 8 years now, or 10 years. I was hoping for a shit ton of magic, or him. I mean, I'm not saying he has to just use it willy-nilly, but like, you know, we should be beyond where lights been.
Right. So how do you feel about the second POV? Do you like that person?
I don't dislike them.
Okay.
I would say that POV was interesting, but it felt very like YA romance.
Okay, I have another question. Did you get more magic out of the second POV than you did out of Peter's POV? Or is the whole book kind of leaning less magic-y?
It was, overall, the book felt less magic-y.
Okay.
And the second POV, the magic that was being done in that was very, like, Peter 8 years ago.
Oh. Okay.
So we're back to the, you know, new magician stuff, right?
New learning, like all that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So another, I guess, con, if you want to say, is I did not think that there was enough Nightingale in this one. I know.
I was gonna ask you about him.
Like, I know I said they mentioned in the last one that he is going to like retire and take on like more of a supervisory, like, teaching role. But I wasn't expecting it to be like the very next book.
Yeah.
Where he's just kind of like, he's just kind of there for moral support and to also be like, no, don't do dumb things.
Yeah.
But we didn't really see any magic from him.
Okay.
And the parts that he was in, it was kind of like if you want to say like a muted role, he was just kind of like, oh yeah, I'm here and I exist. So I was sad.
That's unfortunate. I need you to get like a whole Nightingale book.
I know. So I think one of the, actually I'm going to segue a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So in this book, Ben throws out a lot of, I don't want to call them Easter eggs.
Okay.
Maybe that's what they are. I don't know. But he's always he mentioned a lot more than usual. He's mentioning old cases or referencing, referencing events that are not really in any of the main books. So it makes me wonder if he's actually referencing things that happen in the those inter books, the integrals or whatever that's called.
Oh, okay. Like those little 0.2, 0.5, whatever they are.
Right.
Okay.
Because circling back to your question or your point is, I know there is a book where it's from Nightingale's point of view.
Okay.
And it's one of those integrals or whatever that word is.
Okay.
So I know one exists. I have not read it. But now I'm on the fence of whether I want to go back and listen to some of those to see if I'm right.
Okay.
So at least the Nightingale one. But the other side of the fence is I'm scared if I listen to it, and then in the next book, if Nightingale's barely in it, I'll just be more sad.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I feel like I just rip the Band-Aid off.
Yeah.
I guess my last thought of this book is, do you remember in previous discussions how I always talked about like how Ben would write these, like he would build up to something big, like a big event happening, and then he would have one book that's kind of like a recovery book?
Yeah.
This was a recovery book.
Okay.
So you don't have any of the Faceless Man, you don't have any Leslie May, you don't have any of those characters, and like I said, 2 years has gone by. But it was definitely a recovery book, and I guess I wasn't expecting anything going into it, so it didn't bother me. But if that will bother you, I could, I could see that being a big detractor, right?
Okay.
So I had a hard time rating this one because, like I said, I was so happy to read it.
It's joy coming back into the series.
Right, and I listened to the whole thing in like a day or two, and I enjoyed the book. There were some spots where I was just kind of like, I don't really care about the YA romance so much. But yeah, I still struggled with a rating because I know it's going to be very heavy in nostalgia.
Right.
And maybe that's just our theme for this episode.
Yes.
So I think I'm rating it a 4, but I'm rounding up to 4, right? So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, what are we saying? 4 buckets, 4 cups, 4...
I was trying to think. 4... You know those big 5-gallon buckets? We'll say 4 5-gallon buckets.
Wow. That's a lot of jalapeno ranch.
I love jalapeno ranch.
All right, great. That's a lot of chips to eat with it, too.
Oh, I love chips, though, too.
Yeah, of course.
I think when I come to visit you next, and we go to Chewy's, because it's going to happen now, I'm going to see what the biggest container of jalapeno ranch is they'll give me to go.
I think it's a 16-ounce container. When I look on, like, DoorDash, I think you can order, I think it's 16 ounces, which is pretty big. Do you want me to confirm that?
Sure. No, don't. I want to be surprised.
Okay. Okay, well, that's my guess. I'm pretty sure I know that they have like a 4-ounce thing, and I know I've seen an 8-ounce, but I think there's a 16-ounce because I think they just put it in like a cup, like a
like
soda
a to-go cup.
Yeah, like a soda cup. So
I could see that.
Yeah.
I don't want to say that I'd go as far as drinking it.
Please don't.
But it's one of those things where you see like toddlers like take a chip and then submerge the entire chip and then just like
yes, you'd have enough to have a lot of entire submersible chips.
Yeah, like usually I'm pretty like I'll put some on, but I always have to, I'm always thinking about the next chip.
Exactly. Yes.
No, if I had 16 ounces or 4 5-gallon buckets of it, oh, it's over, man.
Every chip is just like wow.
Like one of those like toy claw cranes, just like dipping the chip in.
Oh, great. Okay,
my bad. So this next book is called The Retired Assassin's Guide to Country Gardening.
Okay.
Yep.
Quite the title.
It is. It is by Naomi Kuttner.
Okay.
I did not write that right. I think it's Kuttner. I can't read my own handwriting. Right. Sorry, Naomi. It is a Kindle Unlimited, and it is a cozy paranormal mystery kind of romance.
All right.
It doesn't say romance, but like you kind of get at the end like a couple romance vibes, and you're like, oh, is this romance? Okay. This is book 1, and I didn't see like the series name. There was no series name. It's just I knew this was book 1. Book 2 is expected in December. So I picked this book, not specifically because I was looking for a cozy paranormal mystery / romance, but because it's set in New Zealand, and I need a book
you need in another country.
Yes.
Okay.
So
nice.
Yes. So yay. One more.
Yes.
So, okay, this book. Dante used to be an assassin, but now he's retired and he's living in a small New Zealand town, just trying to stay out of the way, be unnoticed, and most importantly, left alone.
Okay.
All right. But there's a guy. His name is Ted, and he needs a bodyguard.
Okay.
And he convinces Dante to do it with blackmail. And when somebody tries to kill Ted and Dante is nowhere to be found, everybody starts to suspect that it might be Dante.
Well, okay, first of all, I was going to say I don't think it's very smart to blackmail a retired assassin. I feel like they kind of know what to do,
Yeah, a lot of people in this book make some really questionable choices.
Great.
So, yeah. But don't worry. There's another person. Her name is Eleanor, and Eleanor is here to help. She's a busybody, and it's been a while since anything interesting has happened in this tiny New Zealand town, and she's decided that she's going to put her amateur sleuthing to the test.
Okay.
But as more clues come to light, Dante isn't the only suspect, and he may not be the only assassin.
What?
So I will say, if you go on to Goodreads and you read the description, it's like 4 sentences long. It does not give you anything.
All right.
That's why I mentioned earlier, I picked this book because it said New Zealand, and I was like, I need another country that's not England or the United States.
That's right.
So that's why I took a chance on the minimal description. I wish the description was a little bit better because this book title was wildly misleading. So a majority of the book was following Eleanor walking around being sneaky and solving crime.
That's okay.
The assassin stuff was like backstory. There's only like one part of it where you really saw any assassin-y kind of stuff.
Okay.
Mostly because Dante is, like, for lack of better terms, he's retired. So he's already saying, I'm not killing people anymore.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
you don't, you know, that's kind of all neither here nor there. And then the gardening stuff was also really backstory. It was like the other guy who is being, like, who may be the killer happens to be a gardener for Dante. So
okay.
Yeah, that's kind of why it was like you get more backstory, but it's following mostly Eleanor. The other characters are kind of just in her world, right?
Okay.
It felt this was a really convenience heavy book. Everybody,
we know you love those.
Oh yes, it's my favorite. So like everything that happened was really convenient. Everybody, if there was a problem, everybody had a past that they came away with, like, some type of, like, they're like, oh man, this door is locked, and somebody would be like, I know how to pick locks.
Okay.
And you know, so it was
everyone's
just like,
past had, like, a way to fix whatever problem it was.
Right, yeah. Okay. So, yeah, it was like, anytime the main characters needed help, one of the three, somebody was able to just be like, oh yeah, I can do that. So
I have experience.
Right. There was no problem that could not be solved. So I knew I was going to get some of that because it's a cozy book.
Yeah.
Sometimes I appreciate it, but it was like, I'm going to give one example. It's a mild spoiler. I don't even know if you could consider it a spoiler, but like, they're like, we need to dive into this, like, into the ocean and check out this, like, sunk boat or something. And, like, Dante's like, I can free dive. I can hold my breath for, like, 12 minutes. And I was like, of course you can.
Well, right, of course.
Like, why would, like, I guess assassins need to know how to hold their breath for 12 minutes and free dive.
That's right.
Yeah, so it was, like, a lot of stuff like that, right? And I know I say this, but I just made that comment about Dante, that happened in the second half of the book. I'm just going to preface that because my next thing is Dante does not get interesting until the second half of the book. Like, the first half of the book, they're like, oh yes, he is an assassin and also a robot. He has no emotions.
Right.
You know?
So he's just, all right, I got it.
Yeah. He's just like, yeah. I kind of was just like, okay. But, do you remember back in, like, January-ish, February-ish, I read the Rocky Start books?
Yes.
And, like, one in those books were about an assassin. Mm-hmm. These books had the same vibe. Okay. But with ghosts.
Okay. But throw in, like, the paranormal element to it.
Right, yeah. Okay. So, at first, I feel really dumb saying this because the whole title of the book that I didn't read out loud because I didn't really feel it was a real title. Okay. But it's like, you know, it says, like, oh, yes, the Retired Assassin's Guide to Country Gardening, a cozy paranormal, like, mystery, something, or whatever. Mm-hmm. I didn't read that part. It was too many words. It was, so when I started reading the book, I was like, when they started talking about how one of the characters can talk to ghosts, I was like, can he really talk to ghosts? Or does he have, like,
mental problem?
Like a mental, like, issue where he where he thinks he sees ghosts? Right. And then, like, I close the book out and it pop, you know how, like, when you pop open the book it brings up the cover. Yeah. I, like, happened to read the cover, like, the second or third time and I was like, oh, I'm dumb. The ghosts are real.
It says it right there.
I do not read well.
Oh, that's fun.
But I did like the ghosts. They don't play, like, a overly huge role. Those were probably the only characters that were not convenience based. Okay. So, which made me more irate because, like, if you can use a ghost, why are you not using the ghost? Yes. They used the ghost, like, one time, and I was like, where are all these ghosts? All right. I give it, like, a 3-ish.
Okay. 3-ish.
Yeah, 3-ish buckets of jalapeno ranch
you're sticking
dip.
with the 5-gallon buckets on this.
I am.
All right.
Yep. Yep. Everybody gets 5-gallon buckets.
Okay, fair. Is it just because you want that many 5-gallon buckets?
Possibly, but
Okay.
I'm also thinking that as soon as people try it, they're gonna be like, "Oh, I want 5-gallon buckets
They're gonna
too."
eat it too. Okay.
I know. I'm gonna eat it all.
Okay. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Okay, it's my turn.
Yes.
Okay, sure. Okay, so I read these back in May. Whoops.
Oh wow.
I have a lot in the background for myself, okay? So just things are going to be coming out in the coming months where it's still going to be like May. I apologize now. Okay. I read so it's kind of a duology, but it's kind of not. It's one of those where there's I think there's going to be a total of 6 books, but each 2 is like a duology, but it's kind of all set in the same series, in the same world, whatever, but each duology is going to cover different people.
Okay.
So I just read the first 2 in the Bridge Kingdom series. So the first book is called The Bridge Kingdom by Danielle L. Jensen, and the second book is called The Traitor Queen. I read them on Kindle. They are fantasy. I wouldn't necessarily call them like adult fantasy because I don't remember it being very sexually graphic or anything like that. I wouldn't call it YA, but it's not like full adult either. The other thing I will say is it is called fantasy, but I actually did some digging into this because as I was reading it, I was like, how is this fantasy? So the only thing that's fantasy about this is that the world is completely made up. There's no magic. There's no like magical beasts or objects or like creatures, like literally nothing. The only thing about it is that the entire world is completely made up. And I had to like look it up because I was like, is that still considered fantasy? And it said yes. Like it says
No.
I don't think it is either, but like I don't know what else you would call it. Like
sci-fi.
I don't know how, like, is it fantasy because it deals with like kings and queens and kingdoms and stuff like that? And like, so I don't know. It's called fantasy. They say that it's fantasy, but it doesn't have anything that's like magical to it. So do with that what you will. Okay. So, Laura is one of many daughters of the king of Maradrina, and she grew up to be an assassin that was basically raised to infiltrate and bring down the Bridge Kingdom. This Bridge Kingdom is controlled by the king of Ithacanna, and his name is King Aaron. I think it's spelled Aren. I'm going to go with Aaron.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So Laura is trained with the understanding that King Aaron was a devil, basically, like he's a terrible person. He's controlling the bridge in a way that's deprived the other kingdoms of things like food and necessities and stuff like that. Because this bridge is what basically connects a lot of the different kingdoms in this island. Like it's like in the middle of this water, and each of the kingdoms are all surrounding this water thing. And basically she was brought up to believe that he was controlling the bridge in a way that basically only makes them richer, this Bridge Kingdom. She is ultimately sent to the Bridge Kingdom as a fulfillment of a treaty that was made between them, to be the bride of King Aaron and to create a peace between all the kingdoms. So it's like a marriage of like contractual marriage, basically,
Right.
To fulfill this. So once she is behind enemy lines and is now the queen of Ithacanna, she starts to get an understanding of what controlling the bridge actually looks like what it actually means to control the bridge, and what kind of king King Aaron is, and maybe how many lies that she's been told over the years. Once she gets closer to the Ithacanna people, she must decide which kingdom she's going to help save. So that's book 1.
Okay.
I'll tell you a little bit about what book 2 is before I give you all of my thoughts.
Okay.
Okay. Book 2 picks up pretty much right where the Bridge Kingdom leaves off. I don't want to give too much because it's, more spoilery, obviously, to give more information here. But basically, she learns that, like, her father is an asshole and that he ends up, like, banishing her away. And it becomes more of, like, some of it becomes, like, a quest-driven thing where she has to, like, go in and save people and all that kind of stuff. She basically wants to do whatever she can to make up what she's done to the Ithacanna people. She wants to make everything up to them because obviously secrets come out and all that kind of stuff. So she starts to do all that, whatever. Okay, so my thoughts mostly on the first one first. I feel like they kind of go between both of them, but I have very specific thoughts on both. So first one, I feel like it's not that bad. It's not like perfect. It's not great, right. But it's not that bad. It's never going to be like a top favorite for me or whatever. I probably would never even like recommend it, but it wasn't bad. Like I didn't hate it. There are a lot of battles and fighting that happens.
Oh yeah.
It was so hard for me to follow. Like, I honestly, at this point, I just feel like anytime there's, like, huge battle scenes, or at least a lot of them, I feel I'm stupid. Like, I cannot follow it. Like,
well, I don't think it's bad, but
it might be that. It's just so hard for me to follow. So there was a lot of skimming because there's a lot of fighting in this book. So I did skim through quite a bit of some of it because I couldn't follow it. It was whatever. It also was pretty predictable in quite a few ways. I feel like a lot of these kind of books I feel like it's hard to not be predictable. Like Warring Kingdoms, you kind of get an idea of what's going to happen, especially when you bring in a forced marriage and like you kind of see what's going to happen. Some of it was predictable. It wasn't necessarily a negative for me. It just was fact about it, I guess. I did guess pretty early on like how the book was going to end. Specifically the first one, besides the fact of what happens between the leads, like the lead characters. This is kind of a spoiler, but if you already know going in the whole trope of like the arranged marriage thing, like you kind of have an idea, so you kind of know where this spoiler is going. But if you don't want to listen, then just go ahead a tiny bit. So it's supposed to kind of be enemies to lovers, right? It's that kind of trope because she's coming in thinking that he's a terrible person. She's supposed to be coming in to like get rid of him, and so it's supposed to be that. It felt like instant love to me.
Oh,
like an insta love thing. Yeah, it didn't. So it wasn't directly off the bat. I do think there was like a minute of like some enemy situation because it took her a little bit of time to learn the ropes of Ithacanna and stuff. But basically, the second it was decided that they did not hate each other, they loved each other. So there was like no in between. It was literally just like, oh, they're not that bad. I love them.
So it's not like they were like, okay, they're not that bad, and then they spent time together, and now they're friends. Okay, no. It was like, they're not that bad. I think I want to be with them for the rest of my life, and I love them. I will die if I don't have them. Oh, great.
Yeah, so that's kind of the vibes that I got, and so it just, that part did not work for me. So the first book, I did end up going with 3.5.
Okay.
I'll also go with 5-gallon buckets because why not?
Yes, dip your whole arm in.
Yes. But I think I'm rounding down to 3.
Oh, a rounding downer?
I think so. That may change, but don't hold me to it.
Never.
The second one, again, so much fighting. So many fightings. Also, I felt like this one, the story was drawn out so much. I was bored for quite a bit of it. We got forced proximity, which I really normally enjoy in a in a book, but they basically did not talk the entire time. They were forced proximity-ing. And I was like, the whole point of this is to like build the whatever and for you guys to actually conversate and all the things. And I don't know, it was like no talking. And then there was like this really big chunk of the middle of the book that had like time jumps and then time jump and then time jump. And I was like, I don't like anything that's happening.
No. Yeah, I think that's actually one of my pet peeves is like when there's forced proximity, but they don't spend the time like getting to know each other, or everything happens off page. And it's like, why am I reading this?
Well, and I think in this case, I don't even feel like there was anything happening off page. It was just like they were forced to be around each other after like a little. Oh, that was another thing. I just feel like it was like the first book kind of ended in a way to where they were like mad at each other. So they still loved each other, obviously, but
they were in a fight.
But they were mad at each other and like questioning everything. So then the second book was all about them kind of like building back up, and that's what I wanted out of the forced proximity. Right. And then you would just get time jumps, and then in the time jump, it was like you'd get another conversation from them, and you're like, oh, nothing's changed since the last time like we talked, which was like weeks ago or whatever it was. Like, so you guys are literally doing nothing. So I don't know what was happening. They were just together staring at the sky. I don't fucking know. Also, I was so fucking frustrated with this. You know what? I'm going to round up on the first book because I can't give the first book and the second book the same rating based on this alone. So first book I'm going with 4. Second book I'm going with 3. But it's because there was so much back and forth between them. It was like, you can't stay here, but don't go. You have to leave. Please come back.
Aw, Tim's. It was a book of Tim.
It was a book of Tim's. And I was so fucking over it after like the 12th time that they said it to each other. I was just like, both of you just need to go fuck yourselves. Like, get away from me right now. And then I feel like the way the second book ended was just very convenient. So there's this their culture basically had this thing that like, I don't want to give it away because it's a pretty big spoiler, so I'm going to try to say it in a way that's not spoilery. Okay. But there's a thing that if this happens to you, the kingdom then says, okay, you've been accepted. Like, whatever our kingdom says, you're accepted, and our people will trust you now because this thing happened. But you don't learn about it until after it happens. So the thing happens, and then afterwards they're like, well, now we love you because that thing happened. And I was like, well, you kind of took away, like, when it happened in the book, I was just like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, I don't. So I feel like
she grew a giant birthmark on her face. And they're like, yes.
Great. And everyone's so excited. But I feel like if we would have known about that thing before it happened and then it happened, I feel like we would have got more like feeling out of that scene. Because then it'd been like, oh shit, it's happening to her, you know?
Yeah.
So I do feel like it just, and then it was convenient, like that thing happened and then everyone's like, oh great, it's all good now.
We can trust you.
We can trust you and you're great. You're fine.
We all have matching identical tattoos.
That's right. So like I said, I gave this one a 3 because I still like, there was still enjoyable parts to it, but I don't think it was bad enough to give it less than 3.
Okay.
But I definitely don't think that I don't think that I'm going to read the other duologies. Because I think what happens is it's a different couple, but kind of in the same timeline. So it's like an overlapping timeline. While this is going on with Aaron and Laura, something is going on over here. I don't think I'm going to read them, but I'm not going to say no.
What if they're better, Vanessa?
So I think I saw your sister has read them. And I think her rating was similar to mine for the first 2, I think. But I think I saw that she rated the second 2, like the next 2, better. I think. So we'll see. I don't know. Maybe.
Uh-oh. We know you're going to go back and read them.
Well, I mean, I haven't picked them up, and I read these in May. So...
Yeah, but now that we've put it in your ear.
That's right. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yes.
But that's that. That's my duology. Are you ready for our question?
Yes.
We have a bunch of new ones in here.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Let's see if we get one of the... Should I shoot for a longer one? Let's just see what happens. It's not a longer one. Okay, so I added some like hypothetical type questions in here. Okay. Your pets turn into characters from the book that you're currently reading. What kind of unhinged plot are you suddenly living in? Oh no. I want to go with because so the plot of the book I'm literally listening to today is a thriller, and I feel like that's not very exciting. So they're just a bunch of lying assholes. So I'm going to say not my current read, but the book I finished last night is the 7th book of Dungeon Crawler Carl, which means I'm living in a house of animals that can shoot missiles out of their eyes and have magical tiaras and like can scream at me.
And you're trying to keep their treats from them.
Yes, things are not going well in my house if we are living in the inevitable ruin.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I'm trying to think. One of the books that I'm listening to is like kind of a Western. I say kind of because it isn't like a true Western where it's like, so far there hasn't been any like shootouts or anything like that, but it's set in like 1900. Okay. So, and it's very Western-y. So
basically Remy has like a cowboy hat and some chaps on.
He's looking super cute in his chaps.
That's great. Gotta get him some chaps and some little, what's his attitude like?
This is going to be boring because he's very caring and gentle and kind. Just always looking out for people. He's like a giant teddy bear. Okay. So I have a giant wiener dog that's also a cowboy.
That's right. Oh, that's wearing chaps. He has to be wearing chaps.
Of course. Yes, of course.
Oh my goodness. I'm picturing sorry, I went back to DCC real quick because I'm just picturing them in like they all have some of them get tattoos that have magic in the thing too, so I'm just like picturing all of my animals like covered in tattoos. This is ridiculous. And I also can imagine they have in the book they can like chat with each other just through their brains. And I can just see myself sitting at work. That is what I'm actually living through, is sitting at work, just a constant flow of chats coming to me being like, when are you coming home? When are you coming home? Where's my snack? When can I eat?
I will shoot missiles out of my goddamn eyes if you don't get home right now.
Yes, that is what I'm living in. Yep. All right. So everyone at home, if you're listening, tell us what your pets are doing in your current read, or I guess your last read that you had. And what kind of hell are you living in? Are you living in a hell like me, or are you living in an adorable little life with
like snuggly?
Yes, where like Nicole. Go to our website, savethestorypod.com. Go to all of our socials, Save a Story Pod, and send us emails, thoughts, messages, all the things that you want to send us. Send them to us.
Do it.
We will accept them.
Yes. Pause us right now. Do it, and then come back.
It's in the description. It's so easy. Just go down there and click the button. It'll take you right to it. All right, that's all. Okay, thanks. Bye.
Bye. Get out of here.